Leo, you want a hug?
It's good coffee.
Oh. So I'm reading this book, Babylon, which I should be done with now, but I still have like 80 pages. But anyway, I thought this was funny. On page 1, I think it was on 167. Here we go. Page 167, chapter 8. And so finally we arrive at Babylon. The first page should say, if you're interested in Babylon, go to page 167. But since the book is called Babylon, it should really start on page 167. Where is the Play-Doh? Oh, right here. What color do you want?
Pink is purple.
Pink is purple?
Yeah.
Well, there's some overlap in what could be considered one or the other. That's true with all colors. So I just changed Leo's diaper, which isn't interesting except that now I can weigh in on the age-old debate about what brand of diaper is best. To Pampers. First of all, Pampers has Sesame Street branding. Okay, so that's a bonus. Emmett, who's that?
Mickey Mouse.
Incorrect. That's not Mickey Mouse.
Elmo.
That's close. It's not Elmo. It's Cookie Monster. The things that I like about Pampers, first of all,
Hey, I see the
aside from the
baby
branding,
monster.
the Cookie Monster. See, he's got a cookie right there. He's eating. They have this clothy feel, as opposed to Huggies, which have kind of like a more of a plasticky feel. They have the yellow stripe, which is good because it turns blue when it's wet.
There's a rolling pin.
What? You want me to use the rolling pin on this Play-Doh?
We make some.
Make some.
Pizza.
Make pizza, good idea. So it doesn't make too much difference when they are this age because they both wear size 5. I think especially with when they were like still in the newborn size, I could really tell the difference between Pampers and other brands. Well, you have to put some toppings on first. You're making toppings?
Yeah.
Okay, well here, that looks like kind of like grated cheese you're putting on there. You want to put olives?
Hey.
Okay, there's the olives. You put those on. There it is, Pampers. I'm not receiving any money for that, although I should. Pampers.
Those are the hours, and the meat.
So we're just about out of coffee, and that makes Spock seriously concerned. You eat that pizza.
No, you didn't.
Well, why don't you take a bite and tell me how it is? And then if it's really good, I'll eat some. So, instead of making a whole new pot in the Chemex, which is what we enjoy our coffee in every day.
I took a bite.
You took a bite?
Yeah.
And?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And the pizza. And the hours.
And it's good?
And meat.
Hey, if you need a Kleenex, bud, it's right there at the end of the table. You can use that one again. I hear you sniffling a little bit.
One.
Yeah, that one. You just wipe your nose with it. So instead of making a whole new pot there, I use this machine, which my father gave us for Christmas, for espresso or an Americano with this. This is the remnants of a piece of bread after Leo eats it. You are, oh man, you're heavy to just carry around like this. But here's why you have to do it. You want to see what happens if I put him down? Oh! Yep, there it is. He loves being held, which is okay because that produces oxytocin, which is the happy chemical of touch and trust, and it helps people be able to form a bond. And oxytocin is so important, Leo, and I want you to have lots of it. Oxytocin, oxytocin.
Oxytocin for me.
You want some oxytocin?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is the feet?
You want oxytocin in your toes? Okay. Weep.
Oxytocin up.
Oxytocin up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down.
Oxytocin. Oxytocin.
That one.
Oh, this one?
Oxytocin on this one.
Oh, I have to say it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oxytocin. Even if it says okay, I saw online that you should leave it on. Leo, it's okay. You want me to pick you up again? Okay. We have to leave the machine on for 15 minutes, even when it says okay. 2 scoops in the thing, and then you tamp this down. And then, just for good measure, we tamp it on here a little bit. Why don't you bring the pizza over here? While we wait for that to heat up, we can talk just a little bit more about Oxytocin. So you know when you like tell a kid like no, you can't do something, and they start crying and they come to you for a hug simultaneously, like they're sad and they come your way even though you're the one who disciplined them or told them no. That's oxytocin at work. When they experience punishment or threat, you're a crocodile? An unhappy chemical called cortisol surges. Their brain says, how can I fix this unhappy chemical that's surging through my brain? And the way that they've done it in the past is if you pick them up when they cry and you comfort them, then oxytocin is released and that happy chemical alleviates the sadness of the cortisol. And that's why their brain is conditioned to work that way. So when you say, no, don't do that, or you punish them, and they cry because they experience the punishment, but they also simultaneously go to you for comfort, that's oxytocin at work. That's healthy development for young children. So that's why it's important to hold them. They say like right from birth, they emphasize skin to skin, holding them, comforting them, nurturing them, so that that oxytocin connects with forming a bond with other people. Oxytocin, the chemical of touch and trust. Oh, thank you, bud. Those olives, very delicious. Oh, and the cheese I tell you is especially good. How many kinds of cheese did you put on there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 kinds of cheese?
Yeah.
That's why it's so good. You take a bite. What do you think?
It's sugar.
It's sugar. Coffee time. Let's see, where's my little cup here? And we'll see how we do. Look at that foam. It looks like a Guinness. I don't know if that's like a good amount of foam or what, but it looks good. I have to take this thing off first in order to get this out because it doesn't really fit because I broke the small one. Ah, spilling. Pour it in. And then we want some hot water. One of the easiest places to get it is just from here. Betsy told me that if I did the bread, it would help her out because she's working. But then she had to explain every little thing to me, so I don't think I saved her any time. But now I know how to do it if I need to do it again in the future. It's gonna be a little bit coffee-ish, but it's okay because we're adding it to coffee. Oh, can just use this as a biscotti, huh? What show is that from? That's right, from Star Trek. What? Yeah, he lives in Star Trek. Tastes good to me. Here comes a mousey looking for a housey. You want to see cars?